Alright, well this is a video series. It's part of our boxer whelping series. This is the dog food video, and we're going to talk about the homemade dog food that we make. This dog food is good for our mamas when they're late in their pregnancy, only late in their pregnancy, when they're lactating. And then also this is generally good dog food if you have a dog that's, particularly a dog that's maybe underweight for some reason, or you rescue a dog that's malnourished. This stuff will put meat on the bone pretty quickly. What you see here is 2 pounds of ground and chunked stew lamb meat. We usually get a couple of lambs a year, and so that's what we're using here for this dog food. You can use ground beef, you can use chicken. Make it lean, make it as lean as possible. Dogs don't need too much fat. It can cause pancreatitis, and so make it reasonably lean. Try to minimize the fat. So here we've got a large, I don't know how many quarts this, how many quarts this is? Nope.
2.
It's a large crock pot.
2.
Holds a lot of stuff. Right now it's on high. We've added the meat. If you want, you can brown the meat before you put it in here. You can actually brown the crock pot. We don't worry about it. Our girl does not mind if it's browned or not. She will eat it if it's cooked. She would eat it if it wasn't cooked. So we're going to add to our 2 pounds of ground and stewed lamb. We're going to add 3 cups of long grain rice. You can use long grain, you can use bleached, you can use wild rice. Whatever you prefer. Rice is a huge source of calories in this recipe. Rice is high in starch. Starch converts to sugar. So basically the carb content is quite high. Then we also add, in this case, 8 cups of water. Most of this water will be consumed off the rice. So there's 8 cups of water. And then the final ingredient is 2 pounds of frozen peas and carrots. This is just standard frozen peas and carrots that you'll get at your grocery store. And so we add in 2 pounds of frozen peas and carrots. Do not worry about thawing it. Just pour it in. As you can see, pretty much fills that crock pot to the top. And so there you have it. You have meat, you have rice, peas and carrots, and water. So basically, how you cook it is more or less your choice. We're going to cook it on high for 4 to 6 hours.
She knows what it is.
She knows what it is. We're going to cook it on high for 4 to 6 hours, and then we're going to check it. If you want to cook it on medium or low, you can cook it 8-10 hours overnight. The bottom line is you just don't want it to dry out. The rice is going to absorb most all the moisture as it swells, and then you're going to end up with your final product. A little bit of sinew there, and so just let it cook, and we'll come back when it's done, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's complete. So a couple hours in, this is what the food starts looking like. Here we've got the rice, peas, and carrots, and the meats throughout. Meat's not very done yet, so we'll give it some more time, but certainly in a few more hours on high, we'll be done. Listen, just a word of warning. This will make your house smell really, really good. A little salt and pepper. This stuff's actually very good. Yes, I have eaten some before, and it's good stuff. So we're gonna set the lid back on and let it cook for a few more hours. Listen, just want to give you a little information. Hopefully, let's see. Hopefully this thing will focus. And if you want to pause the video to get the recipe or write really fast, you're welcome to do that. As I stated, the meat, it's your choice. Lamb, chicken, you can even use seafood. You don't necessarily have to pre-cook it, but you want to make sure that it cooks well. You're also welcome to pre-cook it. It's one way to render the fat, to reduce the amount of fat in the feed. It's never a bad idea. on the rice, your choice, long grain, whole rice, whatever strikes your fancy, just rice at least. And then again, we use the 1 pound packs of peas and carrots frozen. That works very well. Also, you may need to adjust, depending on your crock pot, your cook time, everything else, you may end up adjusting the water for your specific recipe, but generally we find that 8 cups works good for us. Also, I didn't mention it before, you have the option on the water. You can certainly also use broth in place of water, or at least a portion of it in place of water. And we've done that on more than one occasion ourselves. So let me show you what is my best estimation of the nutritional facts for this dog food. Now, I'll show you lamb and chicken. We've not made seafood, so I really don't know the outcome there as far as the nutritional facts. I basically went and I calculated the nutritional facts from various public data sources. And for lamb food, 1 cup of finished lamb food, you're looking at 378 calories, 12 grams of fat, 20 grams protein, 46 carbs. And then your protein breakdown for the lamb, about 72% is from the meat, 10% from the peas and carrots, and about 19% from the rice. And then you see the numbers below that, the second set for chicken. Now, one interesting thing you'll note is that if you look at the total calorie content per volume, it's not significantly different than stock dog food. Her standard dog food is about 340 calories per cup. And then the dog food she's on now, the puppy food, is more in the 430, I think, calories per cup. Or be careful, calories, dietary calories, is the same as kilocalories, KCAL, small letters. And so sometimes they'll represent it as kilocalories, sometimes they'll represent it as calories. When they just say calories, they're talking dietary calories. But anyway, you'll note that this is on par or slightly lower than certain prepared dog foods. So why is it so much better? Well, the reason is theirs is based on volume of dry weight. Ours is based on volume of wet weight. So basically it's a denser food if you just subtract out the amount of water present. So again, I don't guarantee these nutritional facts. That's just the best I could calculate quickly. So when we get done, I'll come back and show you the final product. So here's the final product. You can see the bulk of the water's gone. There's still some water down in the bottom, some juice, broth, and but it's looking really awesome. See a little broth down there, but it's done. It should be about 16 cups of feed, dog food. The easiest way to know it's done, simply taste it. It tastes marvelous. It is very bland, has no salt or pepper. So don't expect it to taste like dinner. If you're hungry, add salt and pepper to a bowl, and I promise you, it'll fill your belly. So I'm gonna leave this cool. In the morning, it's late at night now, so in the morning I'll bag this up into 1 gallon Ziploc bags, and we'll put it in the fridge, and we'll feed it. Start feeding it in the morning. She'll get about 1.5 cups of this, and a little bit of the Victor's puppy food. Now let me say this: one thing that's missing from this food that is in puppy or is in normal formula dog foods is mineral content. There are vitamins added, there are minerals added, and those are just as important to Minnie Mouse as many things. So we will not feed her a strict diet of this 100%. We might take 1.5 cups of this or 1 cup of this, mix it with 1 cup of the standard puppy food. Again, what we're looking for here is calorie density, upper calorie density. Get her as much nutrition as we can in as small volume as possible. So we're there. This stuff is ready to go. We'll refrigerate it. She'll eat it pretty quickly, particularly once the babies are born, which is any day now. She'll be able to knock out this serving or this container that you see here in about 3 or 4 days, blending this with her puppy food, and So yeah, you gotta watch, make sure it doesn't go bad in the fridge, obviously, but the rate which she'll go through it, it will not go bad before she's done with it. So thank you for watching.